Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you can't tell, I am genuinely excited about Glorious's new GMMK PRO 75% mechanical keyboard. That is right, I'm actually giddy because I just went ahead and put my name down on the reservation to go ahead and get one of these bad boys. So without further ado, let's just go straight into it. Now, jumping on to Glorious's website, as you can see here, you have the sexy GMMK PRO 75% mechanical keyboard. As you can see here, it is an ultra premium gasket mounted 75% layout that's built for enthusiasts, gamers, and professionals. It does come in two colorways. You have that white ice as well as that black slate. Let me go ahead and scroll through the pictures on the white ice. As you can see, it is amazing. It is CNC aluminum, the cases, so it really is a sturdy case. And as you can tell, and as you can see here, it does have that side RGB light, that diffuser light, which looks really incredible. Now again, you do have that black slate option, if you will, if you prefer that black darker color. It is more like a charcoal grayish, blackish kind of. I mean, it's not fully black, but it is kind of grayish, if you will. So that's the black slate. But something to notice about the white ice is, even though they call it white ice, it really isn't white. It's more of a silver color. As you can see here, it does give you more of a silverish hue, not precisely a white hue, but still an amazing colorway for both the black slate and the white ice. As you can see here, you can go ahead and reserve yours for $70 right now until March 23rd, 2021. Afterward, it does go up in price to $100 to go ahead and reserve yours. And for those of you wondering what's the cost of this mechanical keyboard, it is $169.99. So basically for $170, you're getting an ultra premium gasket mounted CNC aluminum case as well as build quality for an amazing mechanical keyboard. Now, scrolling down, you have that amazing diffuser light on the side of the case. I mean, it just looks sexy. It does. It just looks sexy. Going down, like I went ahead and mentioned, it is gasket mounted. So for those of you who are very particular about your sound, whenever you're typing and you really just want to hear the switch and the keycaps, and you don't want to hear some unnecessary, unwanted rattle of metal mushing with metal whenever you're pressing down, typing, I mean, that's what this gasket mounted is there for. It's going to go ahead and help dampen those keystrokes so you could actually listen and hear to the sounds that you want. So as you can see, it is a CNC aluminum case, so it is going to go ahead and give you that rigidity and that ultra premium feel, if you will. This keyboard, actually, the way it sits now, bare bones, comes in at around 3 pounds. So imagine once you go ahead and put in the switches and keycaps, I mean, it's going to be a pretty heavy keyboard. Now, moving on down, these do come with goat stabilizers that are screw-in, pre-clipped, and pre-lubed. So for those of you who don't want to go through the trouble of having to take out your stabilizers, clipping them, lubing them, etc., these are an amazing option. And the wonderful thing about it is, as you can see here, these are screw-in, so they're not just plate mounted that could easily pop off. These are screw-in. That's going to go ahead and give you that extra rigidity that you're looking for whenever you are typing. Like I said, this signature side lighting panel, I mean, that diffused RGB looks incredible, and I'm really excited to go ahead and see this on the mechanical keyboard. Now, it is a 75% layout, as I went ahead and mentioned, so you do have those designated arrow keys as well as your function keys, so you don't have to worry about losing those keys like you would in a 60% keyboard. It is still, as you can tell, very modular, very compact, with that rotary encoder on the top. So that rotary encoder does go ahead and act as a macro, if you will, so you will be able to go ahead and assign a function to that. If you wanted to go ahead and control the volume on your computer or whatnot, you'll be able to do that. Now, this image right here, man, I just get giddy. I really do. I get super excited because it goes ahead and illustrates every single layer that this mechanical keyboard has to offer. And I mean, you can tell this thing is built like a tank. Now, moving on to the keycaps, something that I did want to go ahead and mention is that right here, you'll actually be able to see what Glorious went ahead and did. They actually started creating their very unique and amazing color wave options for keycaps. Now, these will be available at launch for those individuals that did go ahead and pre-order their keyboard. Once all the pre-orders come through, all the reservations, all that fun stuff, then Glorious does go ahead and intend to keep these color wave keycaps in stock for everybody else, but I do know that they want to go ahead and first make sure they give and have enough for the individuals that went ahead and made the reservations for the GMMK Pro. Now, something interesting to notice here, you do have the different color waves that Glorious went ahead and created. Obviously, this is the pastel. You have the olive, the ocean, which actually looks pretty cool. I think it looks down here, you can see it. The nebula, which is actually amazing. It's up here as well. Rainforest, your traditional white, and your black slate. But keep in mind that these are not shine through. These are PBT, but they are not shine through keycaps, which means you will not get that RGB effect going through the actual keycap themselves. So for those of you who do like a lot of RGB, or perhaps just works a lot at night and needs that shine through, these probably won't be your best options. Now they do offer as well different RGB compatible keycaps, and they will be available at the time of purchase whenever you're setting up your mechanical keyboard. However, what I went ahead and did is, instead of just waiting for these keycaps, I've always been a fan of Drop's keycaps. I mean, especially from the Drop those keycaps on that keyboard really do look sick. So what I went ahead and did is went to Drop's website, and for 45 bucks, you're able to get this amazing color wave of gray and black, or slate if you will. And I went ahead and purchased this slate option as well as this white option for 45 bucks each. I'm gonna go ahead and combine the two to create that nice subtle black, gray, white combination. So that is another option for those of you who potentially say, you know what, these look amazing, but I really want that shine through. So as you know, Drops, they do have that shine through, and they are PBT, so they are very durable. It has that shine through, so you won't have to worry about compromising between really cool looking keycaps and shine through for your RGB. Now moving on to switches, I did go ahead and purchase Glorious's Panda mechanical switch. I mean, this is a tactile switch that looks and feels amazing. As you can go ahead and see by the pictures here, that color combination gets me every time, and that feel, I mean, let me tell you, I've actually seen a whole bunch of YouTube videos on this switch, and I mean, it really doesn't do it any justice in terms of what you feel whenever you go ahead and actuate this switch. So obviously you do have a bump on the way down, but you also, weirdly enough, have another bump on the way up. I mean, it's something very weird to go ahead and describe, but it is an amazing feeling nonetheless. Now, I did go ahead and purchase these for my new GMMK Pro. It is a tactile switch, but keep in mind that this switch in particular does not come lubed from the factory. So for those of you who might not want to go ahead and get dirty and go through the hassle of taking apart the casing on the switch to go ahead and lube it, I mean, you can go ahead and purchase it. However, keep in mind that these are known, if you don't lube them, to go ahead and have a very nasty ping whenever it actuates. And obviously the ping is from this spring. Unlubed, it does tend to have a ping, but once you go ahead and lube it, you don't have to worry about it at all. It feels amazing, and the sound that you get really is incredible. Now, these do come in a pack of 36 switches for $24.99. So for those of you who do purchase the GMMK Pro, for instance, you will be needing roughly 3 cases of these switches. So you're looking at around 75 bucks, which is 70 cents a switch, give or take. However, keep in mind that compared to Drop's Holy Pandas, which is right around $1 a switch, I mean, you'd be spending roughly around 120 bucks, give or take, on those switches. So this switch, the Glorious Panda, for 70 cents a switch, and you get that amazing tactile feel, I mean, it really is incredible. So I'm super excited to go ahead and install these on my new GMMK Pro. And with that being said, guys, if you went ahead and liked the video, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button. I actually plan on doing a full unboxing and review of the Glorious GMMK Pro as soon as I go ahead and receive my pre-order. I should be expecting it towards the end of March, if not beginning of April, so stay tuned. Until next time, peace.